News 18 has accessed handwritten materials by the Coimbatore Car Blast slain accused Mubin. Radicalisation linked to Coimbatore blast is now proven. Now News 18 has accessed the handwritten materials by Mubin, in which he has explained what jihad is and that handwritten ISIS flag as well. Remember, the NIA and the Tamil Nadu police carried out door-to-door checks in Ukadam area in Coimbatore yesterday. Let me bring in my colleague Purnima Murli, who's been tracking all these developments for us. Purnima, first talk to us about what we can see in this handwritten material that now we've accessed.
Well, it's a 4-page document that News 18 Tamil Nadu's reporter Guruswamy has accessed. In fact, the first note says that human beings are divided into Muslims and non-Muslims, and then talks about the role of Muslims in the Holy Quran that they read. The other note talks about jihad and says and speaks about how the old and children are weak and only teenagers are very strong. So it categorizes jihad based on the age groups. That's one part, and there's also a slate with an ISIS flag that was in fact seized. All these were seized from the residence of Mubin by the Coimbatore police on the 23rd of October, and based on these evidences only, they then decided to in fact get the help of the NIA, considering that there have been documents talking about allegedly about jihad and about ISIS. So these are some of the documents that were seized by the Coimbatore police on the 23rd of October, after which the state government decided that the dimensions are far beyond the state and needs an NIA investigation into this.
Purnima, I'll just request you to stay on with us. Our colleague Arunima also now joining us on the broadcast. Arunima, what are you picking up by means of sources within the NIA? What is the kind of revelations that are being found in these newly accessed handwritten notes?
So Tamil Nadu police has done the groundwork and NIA is only taking that forward. 109 pieces of evidence have been picked up by Tamil Nadu police. Some of them have been listed by the National Investigation Agency in their FIR, and there is a mention of these handwritten notes as well. If you allow me, I will just read out from the NIA FIR, which has been accessed, and it says a number of incriminating documents has been recovered. A search was conducted at the premises. There were black powder, including potassium nitrate, matchbox, cracker, fuse length about 2 meters, Indian gas cylinder, gas regulator, many other items listed. And the last one says notebooks with details of Islamic ideology and details about jihad, etc. Purnima has just translated for us what these notes in Tamil really say. But some of the details that we have managed to gather by speaking to officials who are investigating is that Mubin's diary seemed to suggest that he thought in India Muslims were targeted as second-grade citizens. He spoke about how on the issue of beef Muslims were being targeted. He spoke about the issue of hijab. He spoke about the issue of CAA. These were the references that investigators have reportedly found in their diary notings. And just to give you a background about that ISIS flag which he had drawn, it's a handwritten flag on a slate. And why that reference is important is because investigators feel he was self-radicalized. He actually was questioned back in 2018 by the NIA, and based on that questioning and based on his associate who went by the name of Muhammad Azharuddin, who's currently in jail, India could actually alert Sri Lanka about the Easter bombings that had happened. So that's the background with which NIA is looking at the deceased and the main suspect in the Coimbatore blast case.
True. Arunima and Purnima, I'll just request both of you to stay on with us. We want to take in some political reactions as well from the BJP. Narayan Tirupati also now joining us on the broadcast. So good to have you on the broadcast with us. How do you see these new revelations that have been made, essentially giving you enough proof as far as radicalization was concerned?
It is shocking, but it is not surprising. But because we have been saying that the Tamil Nadu is becoming an hub of fundamentalists, we have been saying that even Zubin, the intelligence department, the Tamil Nadu state intelligence have lost its way monitoring Zubin. In spite of the NIA interrogated him, and also on 19th July 2022, there is an intelligence circular to the Coimbatore commissioner stating that there are 96 people who are trained there who are there with an ISIS link, but nothing has happened. So once again, it is exposed that the Tamil Nadu State Police have not done anything, despite knowing these things are there. Tamil Nadu is in the hub of terrorism, everything, but nothing has happened. Now that this is known, I think both the Tamil Nadu Police and the NIA should definitely see to it that nothing untoward happens in future.
Narayan Tirupati, I'll just request you to stay on with us. C. Rajashekharan, an analyst, also now joining us. Good to have you on the broadcast with us. This was a case that was essentially, in the initial days, being seen as just a quote-unquote cylinder blast. There was a lot of pressure that was mounted by the BJP, especially by Annamalai of the BJP, saying there is a lot more than what meets the eye. Today, the BJP is saying there is a clear pattern as far as radicalization is concerned. Why is the state government not addressing it?
See, first and foremost, let's understand this case. See, there was a blast in a car. See, the police, neither we, the media, are not astrologers. Neither we can foresee anything. Going by the merits of the whole episode, there was a blast in a car. There was a cylinder. How do you call it? How do you frame a case? It is a cylinder blast. You can insinuate whatever you want for political vested interest. But fact remains, that is the truth. See, the Tamil Nadu police immediately swung into action. They registered an FIR and they arrested 5 people. All this happened within 40 hours. And subsequently, after 72 hours, the NIA took charge. And the Tamil Nadu police was smart and intelligent to invoke UAPA. And subsequently, NIA took charge and the NIA did not invoke UAPA. They have said it is a blast. No, you cannot conclude something and jump the gun by saying it is a terrorist attack. Tamil Nadu is a terrorist hub. All these are insinuations and innuendos which has no answer into it. Let us be fair. See, I am not the spokesperson of DMK, neither the government. But you should understand the case on merits. Going by the merits of the incident, and if you see the developments, what all the Tamil Nadu police had done, they have done the right thing, appropriate thing, on merits.
No, but the BJP was saying that why did the state government not speak anything for the first 3 days, and only because of the pressure they mounted that the case was even transferred to the NIA. But we are speaking specifically as far as the revelations that we've accessed today. We also have American Narayanan of the Congress also now joining us. So good to have you on the broadcast with us. Your first reaction to as far as these revelations that we've accessed here at News 18 now?
Well, first thing is, see, I think the government is there to protect the interests of the people, and they have to take the issue seriously. And every party, particularly the opposition, is trying to play a political game because they want to come to power in this place. I think instead of dealing on feeling people's emotion, today I just saw a report. A Muslim cleric has gone to the Ishwaran temple and said, "Don't play politics, religion." See, the communal harmony is something that all the parties needs to promote. At the same time, pointing the fingers at individuals who are creating communal disharmony, be it political person or be it ISIS or be it for any religion. I think it's time we take this thing seriously. The state government and the central government have a responsibility to do it with a coordinated way. There are specific leaks that's coming from both the powers to be it the governor, be it the chief minister, be it the NIA.
Some serious allegations that are being made as far as the Congress party is concerned, saying there is somebody within the authorities that is giving shelter, and that is why we're seeing this pattern only increase. Narayan Tirupati, C. Rajashekharan, as well as American Narayan, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. I'll request our colleagues to stay on with us because we just want to break down what we've accessed here at News 18 in terms of these revelations as far as the Coimbatore blast probe is concerned. News 18 has now accessed the handwritten notes of Jamisha Mubin. This was the person who died in initially what was being seen as quote-unquote a cylinder blast. Handwritten materials recovered by the NIA during the raids. Remember, there was a political war of words. The BJP had mounted a lot of pressure saying that somebody from the state government is actually shielding as far as this pattern is concerned. And then the state government, the DMK, had recommended transfer of this case to the NIA. The Coimbatore Car Blast accused Mubin's notes have been accessed as my colleague Purnima was essentially pointing out and helping us translate, that in some of the notes that we've accessed, it is written that the population is divided between two sectors, which is Muslim versus non-Muslim. As Arunima was also pointing out, he had felt that Muslims had been seen as B-grade citizens as far as the country is concerned. ISIS flag hand-drawn by Mubin in notes now recovered as well. Remember, this is the same guy who had also been questioned by the NIA way back in 2018. And as Arunima was rightly pointing out, with his partner Azharuddin, who's currently in jail. And there were also reports of how these two had met as well. But my colleagues continue to be with us. Purnima and Arunima keep dropping these developments for us. Purnima, let me come to you first. Any more details that we're picking up or what the initial target was? Because let's go back in time when this case had come to light. A lot had been said that this is just a cylinder blast. Then many had said that maybe many Hindu temples were on the radar. As far as these notes are concerned, do we have any more details of what the original target was?
Well, so far the original target was not established. Remember, the incident took place on a Sunday morning at around 4 a.m. near the temple. And when the police identified the deceased as Jamisha Mubin, they then realized that this was just not a mere cylinder blast. It was beyond that, and thereby they intensified the probe. Ever since then, they in fact accessed CCTV footage which showed at least 5 people transporting materials into a car before the incident took place, and the documents seized from Mubin led to the fact that it was just not a mere coincidence. It was not just a car blast, but it was something beyond that. It was a terror attack, is something that sources confirmed then, and which is why they decided that they need the help of the NIA to investigate the case. The reason being, in 2019, Jamisha Mubin was also questioned by the NIA in connection with his alleged links with the mastermind of the Easter bombing attacks, and the 5 accused also had alleged links with Muhammad Azharuddin, and therefore they tried intensifying the protests. Right now, even yesterday, NIA conducted door-to-door raids yesterday in the place where the incident took place, and they are trying to establish the link. It was a terror plot, but many sources we spoke to say that the temple was not the target, but it was an attempt to in fact plan a major attack, but it was not at 4 a.m. It was a pre-planned attack that went wrong, is what many sources tell us. But the NIA has now intensified the probe, and we'll have to wait for their findings to establish whether it was a pre-planned attack or whether the temple was a target or whether it was something else. That is now currently being probed by the NIA.
Okay, Purnima, I also want to talk to you about the aspect as far as the NIA and the Tamil Nadu police, which carried out these door-to-door checks as well. Any details that you're picking up on those lines?
Well, NIA is continuously trying to get more and more information on Jamisha Mubin, as well as the 6 accused who have been arrested. One of them owned the car that in fact exploded at the site, and then they are also trying to now extend their investigation by getting more details on the 6 accused plus the deceased and their alleged links with Muhammad Azharuddin, which is why special teams were sent to Kerala. But at the moment, NIA is now conducting more raids to establish the link, and door-to-door raids were conducted yesterday in Ukkadam, where the deceased had lived. So they are trying to get more background information on Jamisha Mubin, considering that the documents that the police have seized so far, which are now being handed over to the NIA, talks about a pre-planned attack, and what was the target, whether it was one place, whether it was many places or that were under the radar. All those are currently being probed. Therefore, we'll have to wait for the NIA findings. But as far as Coimbatore police sources are concerned, they said that it was a terror attack, but it was a pre-planned attack that had gone wrong. So that's their findings. But now they want the NIA to get more details. At the moment, a terror attack was something that both of them confirmed, and the amount of material seized, as Arunima was saying, 109 articles were seized from the residence of Mubin. All these lead to more concerns, and that's why we'll have to wait for the NIA to come to a consensus on what really was planned by Jamisha Mubin. So more and more questioning currently underway by the NIA in Coimbatore.
True, Purnama, and one of, as part of the searches at Mubin's residence, one big concerning factor was the 75 kg of potassium nitrate, aluminium powder, sulfur and charcoal that was recovered as well, and thus it was being seen as a failed terror attack. But I also want to understand the political aspect of it. From day one, you've been covering the story for us. There was a lot of pressure that was mounted by the BJP, questioning the silence of the state government. What is the state government now saying with these revelations coming?
Well, so far, no one from the state government has reacted except for one of the ministers who had responded to governor's statement. The governor, while he was attending an event in Coimbatore, said, questioned the delay in handing over the case to the NIA. Therefore, Tamil Nadu minister had in fact responded to that, saying that from day one, police officials were in touch with the NIA as well as the IB teams, and from day one they've been discussing unofficially with the NIA, though formally the announcement came in much later. However, the entire issue turned political when the BJP, 48 hours after the incident, spoke about many evidences, including a WhatsApp status message from the deceased Mubin predicting death, and said that if I die, please forgive me. That was one of the WhatsApp messages that the BJP said, and also questioned as to why it's called a cylinder blast when there have been enough evidence to prove that it was a pre-planned attack. That in fact was being investigated, and after that the Tamil Nadu government 2 days later had issued a statement saying that the dimensions are far beyond the state and that the NIA should investigate the case. So far the minister said that from day one they've been following the due process. They have been in touch with NIA and they have been getting their help from day one unofficially, and there has been no delay from the Tamil Nadu government's end. That's the defense that the Tamil Nadu minister had said when the governor itself questioned the delay of the state government in handing over the case to the NIA.
Purnama, quickly, I also want to understand, as far as the other accused who were arrested, any leads that the police is currently working with that would have probably come out as far as their questioning is concerned?
Well, so far they are only intensifying protests and trying to also send teams to Kerala jail to interrogate and establish links, because the 5 of them who were arrested by the Coimbatore police initially, they in fact were seen in the CCTV footage transporting these explosive materials. When the car exploded, they found 2 LPG cylinders, and also the Coimbatore police commissioner said that there were 2 LPG cylinders, there were plastic drums, there were nails and other explosive materials also found inside the car, and that's something that when they were interrogating that, they found a CCTV footage where all the 5 of them transported these materials, knowing that these were explosive materials, and they were initially arrested. Later, a relative of Mubin was also arrested. So 6 of them, a UAPA has been invoked, and it was invoked because of the explosive materials, and special teams were sent to Kerala jail to investigate. But police said that NIA should help them with the investigation, considering that there have been international links and it's far beyond their capacity to interrogate. So we'll have to wait for the NIA to give more leads as far as the investigation goes.
Okay, Purnama, quickly, I also want to understand, as far as the criticism that's coming in from the BJP, questioning why we are seeing a pattern of such activities emerge in the state of Tamil Nadu. The BJP today is saying that we should consider ourselves lucky that this was a failed terror attack. But if it would have gone through, who knows what is the kind of casualties we would have seen. So the question they're asking is, why are we seeing an increase in activities like this?
Well, there's been a standoff between the BJP state president Annamalai as well as the Tamil Nadu DGP. Annamalai has been saying that it's a complete intel failure. There have been intel notes saying that Coimbatore is in a tense situation and that they should intensify their deployment. And when there was intel note, why did the police not take enough action? This could have been prevented, even though it was a failed attempt. This could have been prevented. Why did the police not consider the intel note seriously? DGP. DGP in his response said there was no intel note, and then BJP President Annamalai had in fact submitted evidence of an intel note saying that this is the evidence, and why is the Tamil Nadu police ignoring such notes. So the standoff between them continues, while the Coimbatore police, who have been investigating the case, they said that there have been heavy deployment of police officers, and now after the incident, more than 5,000 security personnel have been deployed in and around Coimbatore, and Tamil Nadu government also recognizing the importance of this situation has installed have promised to install three police booths in Coimbatore in sensitive areas, increase CCTV cameras installations across Coimbatore and other districts that are in fact that are subject to such radicalized youth, they call it, and these are some of the measures that the Tamil Nadu government is taking, while the BJP says this could have been done before. Why wait for such an incident to take place? The politics over that will continue in the coming days and months as well.
True. Poonam, I'll just request you to stay on with us. We also have analyst Suman C. Raman now joining us on the broadcast. Suman, good to have you on the broadcast with us. How do you see these revelations? You have these handwritten notes, concept of jihad is explained, there is an ISIS flag that has been found as well. How dangerous are these revelations?
No, this is deeply worrying because, after the 1998 blast in Coimbatore has sort of been more or less a haven of peace. And I think that things are returning to normal in Coimbatore. This is certainly a matter of grave concern. And as we know that many of the youngsters who went and joined ISIS from India, many of them are believed to be from Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So I think that, the NIA has its hands full with the investigation, and they now need to find out the others who are not yet, who may have collaborated with Mubin, how many of them are involved, because there are only about 5 or 6 people who have been picked up. And among them itself, there were various organizations claiming that 2 of them were not involved, and there may have been others who still need to be, identified. So I think that there is a lot of work for the NIA still to do, but it's deeply concerning for people of Tamil Nadu and India that this kind of activities are being detected.
What I'm essentially trying to understand, and keeping the politics aside from it,